Hello everyone, I am Ginnie Bhardwaj. Today we are going to discuss about some poetic devices which are unusual, not the usual ones. And these poetic devices are euphemism, oxymoron, paradox and enjavment. First of all, we are going to discuss about euphemism. What this poetic device is all about. There are two ways to say one thing. One is the pleasant one and second one is the unpleasant manner. So saying any unpleasant thing in a pleasant manner, we will call it as a euphemism. Taking an example, he died. It looks very weird when we say this kind of word, but when we say he passed away, it is bit better version of the sentence. He is on roads. It looks very rude, but when we say he is homeless now, it is a better version for that. So that means here in these two sentences, he passed away and he is homeless now. The poetic device used is euphemism. The next poetic device is oxymoron. When in one statement there are two words which are contradictory to each other, that means totally opposite to each other, then we will say that the particular poetic device is oxymoron. Taking an example, oh heavy lightness, serious vanity. Here there are two words, heavy and lightness. Both these words are opposite to each other but taken in one single statement. That means here the poetic device used is oxymoron. Having a look at the second sentence, they are alone together. Alone and together. Both are the different words, opposite words to each other, contradictory to each other. So we can say the poetic device here used is oxymoron. The next poetic device is paradox. When two ideas, in the last poetic device we have studied about the two different contradictory and opposite words. Here we can say when there are two ideas on statements totally contradictory to each other. यहाँ पर दो वर्ड्स कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पर पूरे का पूरा आइडिया या फिर पूरे का पूरा स्टेटमेंट जो है वो कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी है, वो ऑपोजिट है. टेकिंग एग्जाम्पल, save money by spending it. Now save money is totally a different thing and spending it is a different side of that. So these contradictory statements are used in one single statement. That means it is the paradox. Second example is, if I know one thing, it's that I know nothing. If I know one thing is a different thing. It is that I know nothing. Now these both statements are contradictory to each other. I know nothing is different and it is that I know nothing is the opposite statement of that. That means here the poetic device used is paradox. The next poetic device we are going to learn is enjavment. There are many stanzas of the particular poem where the line ends without any punctuation mark, without any full stop, without any comma. In simple language we can say बहुत सारे stanzas ऐसे poem के होते हैं जो बिना किसी punctuation mark के over हो जाते हैं, but वो अगली line में जो है वो continue हो रहे होते हैं. So we can say the poetic device used in that particular stanzas is enjavment. If we go through the example, when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine. Now we can see these two lines are ending without any punctuation mark, but they are getting continued in the next line. So fine that all the world love with night and pay no worship. The line is not getting ended, it is getting continued, but without any full stop, without any comma in the second line. So that for that sentences we can say that enjavment is used. The poetic device called enjavment is used in this particular poetry or in this particular stanza. So these poetic devices are for today. We are going to continue with another 4 unusual poetic devices in the next video. Thank you.